guys, and welcome to today's video. Those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Maria, and today I'm going to be trying on some of the newly released Bobbi Brown products. They recently added 10 more shades to the Longwear Cream Shadow Stick range, and most of them, or I think all 10 of them, are shimmers, and some are what they call multi-chromes. So I picked up 3 shimmer shades and 1 multi-chrome. I also picked up 2 highlighting powders. They released 4 new shades in the highlight powder range, so I got 2 of those. And I also picked up all 3 of the crushed oil-infused glosses. 2 of the shades I think have been around for quite a while, or used to be around, and 1 is a brand new shade. So let's get started with the Longwear Cream Shadow Sticks. So the shades that I picked up were Mica and Incandescent. That's supposed to be like a multi-chrome shade. I also picked up Forest, and the last shade I picked up was Smoky Topaz. Now the wonderful thing about these Longwear cream sticks is that they are definitely long wear, and for me with oily skin and oily eyelids, these are just fantastic. By the time you put them on and get the eye look you want, they do not budge until the end of the day, until you want to remove them. I think that they're easy to apply, and they just have a very effortless type of everyday makeup look. So here are the 4 sticks. It's in exactly the same packaging as they always are, and they are color coded up the top, and exactly the same with a pull off lid. And with the product, you just twist it up, and you can also twist it back down again. So what I'll do is I'll swatch these 4 shades on the back of my hand so you can take a look at them. So the 4 shades is, this one here is called Incandescent, and this is a gold with a pink flip. So I'm hoping if I turn my hand, you can see that shift in color. And that is supposed to be a metallic type of shade. And this shade here is Smoky Topaz, and that is a pewter with a purple undertone, and that is a shimmer. The next one is Forest, and the last shade is Mica, and this is described as a metallic champagne beige. So each of these sticks has 1.6 grams of product, and these sticks are made in Italy. The highlighting powders are made in Italy as well, but the oil-infused lip glosses, they are made in Belgium. So for today's look, I'm going to just use 2 shades. I'm going to use Smoky Topaz and pair it with Mica. So I'm going to use Smoky Topaz first. And what I do is I start off with, I'm just going to do it how I often do my eyeshadow, darker around the outside, the lighter shade on the inner part of my eyelid. So I just take it through here, some more on at the outside, and then I'm just going to take this just above the crease as well, and just through. And the brushes that I find are best with these tend to be synthetic brushes. So I'm going to use a BK Beauty. This is also Angie Hot and Flashy one. This is the A503. This is quite a big brush. And I'm just going to blend that out. I think that these blend really, really easily. The thing is that if you tend to put product on both eyes and then blend one and wait and do the other, I find that you really can't do that with these Longwear sticks because they do dry down. You don't have to panic putting them on, but if you find you're spending a bit of time on one eye and then you go to move to the eye where you've already had it on there for quite a few minutes, it would have dried down. So it pays just to do one eye at a time. So I think that this shade Smoky Topaz is a really gorgeous colour, and I'm going to go back to this shade in a minute and put some on my lower lash line. But first I'm going to go into the shade Mica, and this is the one I'm just going to put over the rest of my lid. Now some people put these on using their fingers, but I just don't put eyeshadow on with fingers. So if you're going to use a brush, like I said, I think that they just go on better using a synthetic brush. So I've got the A502 This is just slightly smaller than the other brush and a little bit more dense. So I'm just going to blend that through with the Smoky Topaz shade. So now I'm going to go back into the Smoky Topaz shade. I'm going to use the BK Beauty brush. This is the 204. This is quite a small one. It's really soft, but really dense as well. And I just take it over the top of the stick. And I'll just put some on my lower lash line. So I've now put on some highlighter and some mascara. For the eyeliner, I used the Bobbi Brown one. It's in Chocolate Truffle. And I use the Dior mascara. But everything that I've put on my face today, including foundation and powder, I will have listed in the description box below. So now let's take a look at the highlighting powders that I picked up. Picked up 2 of them in Peach Glow and Chestnut Glow. There were 4 new shades released. So this one is Peach Glow. As I was saying before, these are made in Italy and they have 8 grams of product. So this one is Peach Glow and this is described as a pearlescent white and pale peach. And this one is Chestnut Glow and that's described as a swirl of champagne and soft bronze. So I will swatch these 2 highlighters on the back of my hand so you can take a look. I've also got another couple of highlighters of Bobbi Brown's that I'll swatch on my hand as well, because you might have them and then decide whether you like these 2 shades. So I've also got the highlighting powders in Pink Glow and Pink Flesh, and they came in this packaging quite a while ago and I picked them up. I really love the Bobbi Brown highlighters. I think they are super flattering. You're not really going to get a wet look from them, but I think they give a beautiful, beautiful glow. But first of all, I have to take off with the wipes I've got in front of me these shadow sticks. You can see even if I'm really rubbing, they just do not budge. And the other day when I was swatching them on my hand, just playing around with them, even at night with just warm water and a washcloth, I couldn't remove them either. I had to actually use eye makeup remover. So this one is Chestnut Glow, so it's got that warmth, that bronze to it. And this one is Peach Glow, and while that one's still got a bit of warmth to it as well, there's also a slight bit of coolness there as well. It's definitely cooler than this shade here, but both I think just look really beautiful and would give a really beautiful like sun-kissed warmth to the skin. So these are the 2 highlighters that I already had. This one is Pink Glow and this one is Pink Flash. So these 2 shades are a little bit similar, but of course you've got a bit of coolness in here with the pink, but they've both got that pearlescent through them as well. So the Peach Glow and the Pink Glow both have that pearlescence, but the pink is cooler and the peach has that slight warmth to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both highlights on my cheek. I'm going to start off with the Chestnut Glow. And I'm going to put it more on, I've got a tiny bit of bronzer on already. It's a Bobbi Brown one, just the matte one in medium, and only a very small amount. So with the Chestnut Glow, I'm just going to put it where I've got the bronzer, and then I'm going to use Peach Glow more higher, just so you can take a look at both of the shades. So I'm going to use the Chukuhodo. This is the F03 brush to put these on. And so I'm just going to go over the other bronzer. So it's not too bronzy. I think it gives a really beautiful warmth to the skin. And even though it's autumn here in New Zealand and winter, I know a lot of people that watch my channel are on the other side of the world where it's now summer. So if you really want that sort of bronzy sun-kissed look, I think this is a really beautiful shade. Now I'm just going to take the Peach Glow and I'm just going to put this on using my finger. And I'm just going to put it on the very top of my cheekbone there. And that is beautiful and gives a beautiful highlight. These highlighting powders of Bobbi Brown, I think they're beautiful. They go on easily. You can apply them easily using your fingers or with a brush, and they just give a really beautiful glow to the skin. I think they are really lovely highlighting powders. Then I'm going to take the Sonia G Smooth Buffer and just buff together both of those shades. I mean, my cheeks look very glowy because I've put on both, but I love both shades. I think they look really, really beautiful. So the only Bobbi Brown blush that I've got at the moment came in this Face and Cheek palette that was released last year, and these were a limited edition. But within this palette is the shade for a blush in Tawny. I used to have quite a few Bobbi Brown blushes quite a few years ago, but they got old and I had to throw them out. But I do love her blushes. I think that they're really, really lovely. So I've got quite a bit of product on my cheeks already. So I'm just going to put a tiny amount of Tawny on. So I've just given the same brush a wipe down on the microfiber cloth in front of me, and I just want to put just a tiny amount of blush, probably just here, just to give a little bit of colour there as well, just apart from the bronze. And the thing with the Bobbi Brown blushes and the highlighters, I think that they work beautifully together. And often I'll put a highlighter underneath and then go in over with this blush, and it gives a beautiful lit from within glow. I think they work really well together. And last but not least are the crushed oil infused glosses. Now I will try all three on. I'll probably go with the shade because I have tried all these. I love all the shades. But for today's look, I'm probably going to go with the middle one, and that's Bellini. So what I'll do is I will swatch these on the back of my hand. Now I'll start off with Bare Sparkle, and you may not see this that well on the back of my hand. It is quite a translucent type of colour. So this is what the packaging of the crushed oil infused glosses look like. And it just has a screw-off lid with a doe foot applicator. So this shade here is Bare Sparkle, and the middle one is Bellini, and the very last one, that is a new shade, and that's called Cure Sugar. So this one here you may not be able to see very well. This is Bare Sparkle, and that is described as a champagne with pops of copper and gold pearl. This one is Bellini, and that is a neutral pink with gold and subtle red pearl. And this one is a Cure Sugar, and it's described as a burgundy with gold, bronze and silver pearl. So I'll start off with Bare Sparkle. And next I'm going to go in with the new shade. This is the one Cure Sugar. Now the other one, Bare Sparkle and Bellini, these are new for the crushed oil infused glosses, but I think those shades have been around before, and I know that they are, or they were, lots of people's favourite shades, and they are really beautiful. It's just that those shades are new to this sort of hybrid oil gloss formula, but this one, Cure Sugar, is a new shade. And then finally I'm going to put on the shade Bellini. So here is the final look, and I think for me, out of these three shades, I like Bellini the most. Now they say that these are new because it's the favourite lip gloss with the oil, but these are in these three universally the shimmer shades, and that's why they say that they're new, and I hadn't tried any of their glosses before, and I really like them. I've been wearing them for the past few days, all 3 shades, and I found them really lovely to wear. They are gorgeous to put on, and they just last fairly well too, and just easy to reapply as well, especially when you wear Bare Sparkle or Bellini. You don't even have to look in a mirror to reapply them. And although Bellini and Bare Sparkle or even Cure Sugar could be worn over other lipsticks, I think they're really beautiful just worn by themselves as well. Just give that very natural look with a tiny bit of sparkle and that gloss, and I think that they're really, really beautiful. And I am loving these 2 colors, the Smoky Topaz and the Mica. I think both are really, really beautiful. I have also worn the Forest Green and the Incandescent as well, and they are both beautiful. But I think out of the 4, these 2 colors are my favorite. I think they look really gorgeous on the eye, and just like the other Longwear cream sticks, these don't budge, and they will look exactly like they are now until I remove them later tonight. You can see on the back of my hand where I did my swatches, there's just no way you can rub them off. And I even had a bit of trouble. I've got some makeup wipes here in front of me, and I used that to take them off. I had to do quite a bit of rubbing to actually get them off. So when I take the eyeshadow off at night, I do have to use eye makeup remover to actually remove it. But I think they're just fantastic for oily skin. I mean, they look good on all skin types, but it's wonderful if you, especially if you've got oily lids, knowing that when you put an eyeshadow on, it's actually going to stay until the end of the day when you decide to remove it. And I love these 2 highlighters. I think the bronze is a beautiful summery color, and the peach glow is gorgeous as well, and it just highlighted the cheekbone really, really beautifully, and they always blend together really beautifully with the blush as well. I think the whole look is really, really pretty. I think Bobbi Brown do a wonderful job with their makeup. It is super flattering. I love it for my mature skin. It doesn't tend to emphasize the texture that I have with their highlighting powders, or especially with the shimmer shades with my eyelids. They don't appear more textured than they already are. They just give this really beautiful, shimmery, sophisticated look. I think Bobbi Brown is chic, it's sophisticated, and you just get a really pretty everyday type of makeup look, and I think all the products are really, really gorgeous. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.